This is the Cholo News Report for Tuesday 22 May 2018. Sony agrees to a $2.3 billion deal, where they will buy a controlling interest in EMI Music Publishing. The deal will mean that Sony would indirectly own 90 of the record label and its 2 million songs. The Japanese tech giant's deal, announced on Tuesday with the Abu Dhabi-based investment firm Mubadala, will mean EMI will become a consolidated subsidiary of Sony. Mr. Yoshida said the music business had enjoyed a resurgence over the past couple of years, driven largely by the rise of paid subscription-based streaming services. Paraguay opens its embassy in Jerusalem, making Paraguay the third country, after the United States and Guatemala, to transfer its diplomatic mission in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem. Above, Netanyahu meets with Paraguayan President Horacio Cartes in Jerusalem, July 2016. The U.S. Embassy move added fuel to the weekly Palestinian protests in Gaza, demanding the right of return to Israel, and the lifting of a decade-old naval blockade. The protests culminated last Monday, when Israeli forces killed nearly 60 Palestinians in clashes along the border. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo says the U.S. will impose the strongest sanctions in history on Iran if it does not meet various demands, including ending its nuclear program and leaving the Syrian civil war. U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo demanded sweeping changes that would force Iran, effectively to reverse the recent spread of its military and political influence through the Middle East to the shores of the Mediterranean Sea. Any new U.S. sanctions will raise the cost of trade for Iran, and are expected to further deter Western companies from investing there, giving hardliners, including the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, an opportunity to cement their grip on power. Philip Wilson, the Catholic Archbishop of Adelaide, Australia, is convicted of concealing sexual abuse of children from authorities. One of his victims, former altar boy Peter Cray, told the court he had described the abuse to Wilson in detail in 1976, 5 years after it took place. The priest knew what he was hearing was a credible allegation, and the accused wanted to protect the church and its reputation, Magistrate Stone said. Lava continues spewing from fissures on Kilauea, Hawaii, reaching the Pacific Ocean, and critically injuring one person. A Coast Guard news release says the safety zone includes all waters extending about 300 meters around the entry of the lava flow.